After waking up, she discovered that her teacher had been dismembered and turned into a chair. Erin noticed a bloodstained saw in her own hands. The police quickly sealed off the scene, and Erin naturally became the prime suspect. She knew she had been framed. Erin wanted to clear her name and catch the real killer who murdered her teacher. She volunteered to work as the detective's assistant, but the detective told them something unexpected. The murdered teacher was actually a serial killer. No sooner had he said this than a large group of police officers arrived at the office. It turned out the teacher had a twisted obsession and liked turning girls into various kinds of chairs. The police later found bodies and murder weapons in his garage. Shockingly, the weapons were covered in Erin's fingerprints. She was arrested as an accomplice and charged with murder. Before being taken away, she entrusted her friend with one important task. Back at school, the new homeroom teacher was giving a lesson when she suddenly noticed a cell phone inside a student's desk. This immediately caused someone in the class to start trembling. Erin's observant friend noticed this detail and rushed to report it to the police. Erin then laid out her reasoning. The day before the incident, the teacher had sent Erin a message asking to meet. If it had been about schoolwork, there would have been no need to meet outside, so it had to be something personal. Erin had long known that the teacher had feelings for her. The meeting was likely meant as a confession. The killer took advantage of this to murder the teacher and frame Erin. This also meant the killer was very close to the teacher, close enough to freely access his phone. Yet the teacher had killed so many girls at home, and no matter how skilled he was, he would have left some traces. So Erin boldly concluded that the victims were deeply in love with the teacher and willingly became his so-called artworks. They all developed a twisted, pathological love for him. Erin believed the killer was someone who had once been in love with the teacher, unable to accept that he loved someone else. She dismembered him and turned him into a chair as punishment, while conveniently framing Erin, who had been present. At this point, Erin had almost completely identified the true culprit. The cell phone was actually bait planted by Erin to lure the real killer out. In order to erase the evidence, the culprit would inevitably try to steal the phone. With that, the truth of the case was fully reversed. The real killer was the girl standing right in front of him. From the moment she was abandoned by the teacher, she developed an intense hatred toward Erin.
私はもう一番じゃないから椅子にできない。私は先生の椅子にならなれる。なりたい。椅子になりたかったの。
The girl confessed to her crimes, and Erin was finally cleared of all suspicion, but she stopped the police officer and asked her to check the chair the teacher used before his death. As the fabric on the chair was cut open, a human skeleton appeared before everyone.